Hey, what's up, YouTube? You already know it's AllCity Live TV, and thank you for tuning in. I am super excited about the news that we received from 2K. I am also super excited because we have a super special announcement here at AllCity Live TV. As you guys know, Mike Wang was on 2K TV, which was pretty dope. We got a lot of inside information, which I'm going to play off for you guys in just a minute. I want to say that he really got into gameplay details, something that we haven't received as of yet. As you guys know from yesterday's rant video, I was pretty upset that we hadn't received any gameplay information, and Mike Wang sort of cleared that up for us with his interview on 2K TV, and Agent really, was in there too, asking the questions that needed to be asked for the community. So if you guys want to see that, stay tuned. Before we continue this video, I want to say get your game up in the new City Circuit League. I'm super excited to announce that we will be giving away a new PS5 and PSN codes to the winners of the City Circuit League this holiday season. Registration starts now up until the release date of NBA 2K21, and tip-off starts 1 week after the release date of NBA 2K21. So get your players ready to compete in the City Circuit League. To register, join us on Discord, subscribe to our channel, and put on post notifications. The link for Discord is in the description below, on my homepage, and also the top pinned comment on this video. Register today for your chance to win a PS5.
I bet you're all wondering the same thing. What is NBA 2K21 all about, both current gen and next gen?
So we're going directly to the developers to ask.
Gameplay director Mike Wang joins us here on 2K TV. Mike, how are you?
Hey, it's great to see you guys.
How has development been staying at home during this tough period?
Oh man, it's been a whirlwind. I mean, I think at first it was a little bit rocky. We're all trying to learn the ropes, and over time it's gotten smoother and smoother, and now we're pretty much 100% efficiency, and we're going strong.
We're so excited to have you back on the show as always, but Mike, I know you can't give away everything, but the big question has been, is next gen just going to be the same game but 2.0? What can you tell us?
It's absolutely not, Alexis, and I think that's something that we're so excited about, is that we've actually taken the current gen version of the game and we split development between VC Novato and our studio in LA called VC South. And so they've done a great job just taking that game to the next level, while the team in Novato is focused on the next gen version. You're going to find that the next gen game is going to be everything that you have in the current gen version, but just so much more in terms of what you can do. The breadth of the title is so much more. There's so much more content, so much, it just feels completely different. So it's a very different beast, and if you have the means, I highly recommend to all our fans to save up for that next gen version, because it's going to be a great one.
Now, Mike, with all this new technology, what does that mean for gameplay in NBA 2K21 for the next generation?
Yeah, and that's, whenever we have a new console year, that's something that always excites us as developers, because we're always able to look and kind of dream bigger. And for us, it just meant, faster processing. It meant more memory. Just the ability to do things that we couldn't do in last generation. And so for us, I think the big next step you're going to see is just immediately when you play the game, it's going to feel completely different. From there, we're able to just add so much more on top of that to make it feel even better. So,
all right, let's talk specific modes. Anything new that you can tell us about?
Well, we didn't want to unveil too much new stuff today with new modes. But one thing I will say is that fans of the wnba are going to be very excited for what we're bringing to the table with next gen.
Obviously, the 2K community wants to know more about 2K21, so we wanted to invite one member of the 2K community on the show today. Welcome, Agent 00 to 2K TV. Agent, what has been up lately?
I've just been focusing on content, to be honest with you. That's really been it. That's been my life. Every moment from when I wake up to when I go to sleep, I'm just working on some kind of different video. And Mike, you've been ghost, man. We've just been like, man, where Mike at? We just want to hear something from Mike.
I can either tweet or I can make a game, my man.
Word, and we'd rather have you making the game. I bet.
Agent, as we come to a close on 2K20, what was your favorite part of that game?
Honestly, my favorite part is just playing with my friends at the end of the day, but I'm on the park most of the time anyway. So I'm just looking for new park experiences. But actually, this is mad underrated, is team up. I found out I like team up because I never really played on that side of things. And I played a game with you, LD. And I was like, man, this is a genuine good time. And yeah, LD, you put me on. I'm not gonna lie, you was out there balling with Kobe.
Yeah, we got those W's, Agent, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
So you're representing the 2K community right now. If there's anything you could ask Mike, what would it be?
It's all gonna be things he can't say. Like, when's it dropping? Like I need to know everything, man. Like, hey, Mike, just want you to know you are appreciated. I know the devs don't hear that all the time, but I know you be working day in and day out.
Appreciate it, Agent. What kind of questions are you asking specifically?
Like, yo, when's the game release? Is it gonna release for PS4? When's the PS5 gonna release? Is there gonna be gameplay differences?
Well, I can't talk about release dates yet. A little bit later than usual, I'll say that.
Yeah.
For next gen, we're talking next gen. Gameplay differences, there's going to be a lot. There's some similarities between the two, but they share the same kind of DNA. But next gen just has a lot more of everything.
What's been your focus going into the year?
How can we make the game fun? And I know that sounds kind of dumb, but a lot of times from the dev standpoint, we're like, how can we make the game more realistic, or how can we make it look more like what we see on TV? And sometimes those things aren't equal, right? Sometimes a really fun game is not necessarily the most realistic game. Right. So we went to through a lot of just different meetings and design ideas of like, well, what's not fun in 2K, and we got called out by some NBA players of what wasn't fun.
Like ass grinding,
that kind of stuff. Like throwing the ball away on cherry pick passes.
Right.
Things you didn't have control over.
That's dope. Actually, you're saying exactly what I like to hear. And this is the first time for you guys in a while where you had like a generation jump. Is there anything like you're real excited about? There's
some really cool stuff with movement, I'll say that. The movement and the feel of the game from current gen to next gen is like this giant leap. And on top of that, I'm not a graphics guy, I'm not an artist, but when I look at it as a fan of the game, I'm like, man, I'm blown away by what that team has accomplished too. So it just looks incredible. It's like the lighting looks crazy, the details and the texture of the skin, everything just looks so lifelike.
That's awesome, man. I'm not gonna lie, you get me excited.
So Agent, you've been really vocal about gameplay in a lot of the videos and the content that you create. You play a lot of Pro-Am, you play a lot of Park. What's one thing you want to see improved on from a gameplay standpoint?
There needs to be like a variety of like effective animations. What I saw happen a couple times in 2K20 was when there was something like that behind the back, everybody was spamming it. When that was nerfed, it's like now there's really nothing to use. I prefer if there was more effective animations than no effective animations, if that makes sense. But Mike hit on the point a little bit earlier, is it's a video game. And I know the balance can be kind of difficult sometimes because it's a simulation game, you want it to be like real life. But when I am playing video games, I'm playing to have fun. Honestly, I like it when the game is more fast-paced. When the game is a little bit slowed down, it kind of just feels like, man, those aren't, like, they need to be NBA players, they're athletic.
No, I mean, that's a good point to have, but it's always about coming back to the fans. Mike, now this is your chance to ask Agent a question, maybe about gameplay or 2K20 or 2K21. What's on your mind, Mike?
This idea of esports. I know a lot of people complain about dice rolls and missing full whites. Like, do you think that's something we need to go like to the extreme with? What I'm scared of, I guess, is like we make Team Pro-Am or something. Make it so that if you don't get a perfect release, you'll miss every single time. Like, is that an experience you think people will want?
I just divide it up. I mean, that's what a lot of games do. So it's like, how when you choose and you log into the games, like what difficulty you're gonna play on. It's like if there's a fun unranked mode where it doesn't have to have a huge skill gap, you're just in there to have a good time with your friends. And when you go ranked, it's like, oh, now we're getting serious. Like, you can't mess up your release in a ranked mode. I feel like that's the only way to keep like both sides of the people happy. The casual people that just want to hop on the game and have fun, and the competitive guys who are in there to try and get as good as humanly possible. I think you knew that though, Mike.
Yeah, I just like to hear it.
Agent 00, thank you so much for joining us today on 2K TV. Mike, thank you as well. Every time you're on, we are all listening and paying attention.
Well, thanks so much for having me. It's exciting being here and seeing you guys. Taking a little break from work, but gonna go get back to it right now.
Yeah, it was awesome, and thank you so much for talking to the 2K community. I know they appreciate that so much, and like they said, OGs recognize you, we all recognize you, you're doing a great job, and we cannot wait for next gen and this next 2K21 launch.
Appreciate it, and we hope the community loves all the effort that's going in, because there's going to be some great stuff for them this year.